The Worst of Times, Chapter 8. All was still. All was silent. All was darkness. I clambered shakily to my feet and stared through the back window. It was in the wee hours of the morning, just before sunrise. The planet Venus shone bright just above the horizon. I thought of all that I had done, all that I had seen. I thought of when I had traveled into the future to the year 2098 to see how things had so changed since then. It seemed odd now, after it had all happened, or rather before it all happened, that AI would come to be the teachers in public schools. To think of how screen addiction would come close to bringing about the utter ruin in humanity. I wondered then if I had made any changes to the future. If, perhaps, the people of 2098 had heeded what I had proclaimed from the very top of the NTIS. I wondered if they had abandoned AI, if they had brought back physical books written by human authors, if they had ceased to put all their trust and reliability in the internet and AI to do all their work for them. I sighed, walking back over to my bed and laying down, desiring to snatch a bit more sleep before I had to get up, and thinking what a queer dream that was. It had been merely a dream, and yet it had felt so real to me, so vivid. Lucy felt like a real person to me, or a person whom I wished was real. Indeed, it all felt more real than reality itself had ever felt. I rolled over, and suddenly the thought came to me. If all this was to happen in the future, perhaps I could prevent it. No, I don't suppose I could change the minds and opinions of every other person on the earth, but I could perhaps change mine. I could not change what was inevitable. I could not change everyone else, but I could change what I decided to do. No, I would not rely on other things to do all my work for me. My work was my own, and I would like to be the one to do it, and not to let it be shared by intelligence that is artificial. My work is my own, not that of something so cold and lifeless as artificial intelligence. It had its uses, I mused, but I would never allow it to replace me. What queer times these are. The end. Well, that is the end of The Worst of Times, my short novella story. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I feel like there were some areas where I did well, some areas where I did not as well, but let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear feedback from all of you. But thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my story, and just thank you so much for listening to it, for subscribing to my channel. You didn't have to do any of that, but you did. And I cannot thank you all enough. This has been really fun. But I have an announcement. So on Friday of this week, I will be doing a Q&A, a video Q&A for The Worst of Times. So if you have, and it doesn't even need to be like a question, if you just have something to say about The Worst of Times, if you have feedback or questions or comments on The Worst of Times, then put them in the comments of this video, and I will answer all of them on Friday. Make sure that you have your question or comment or feedback or whatever in the comments before Friday. And that has to be on this video alone. Only on this, I will only be answering the questions on this video. So, any questions, comments, feedback on this story, let me know in the comments to this video, and only the comments to this video. And I will be answering hopefully all of them on Friday. But thank you for watching this, thank you for listening to this, and for now, farewell.